Now, what if I told you, in my opinion, that one of the best iPhones that ever came out about 2 years ago as of this year? Now, it wasn't quite 2 years. It's been maybe a year and some change. But if we look at the numbers, right, depending on when you're watching this video, about in 2021, at the end of that year, Apple ended up making probably one of the best phones I've ever seen them make, which was actually the iPhone 13 Pro. This iPhone, in my opinion, was probably the best iPhone, and I still think it is probably the best iPhone that you can probably buy right now, whether you want to go for the 13 Pro or 13 Pro Max. And the reason for that is because Apple just knocked it out of the park. Pretty much everything we would ever want from a phone kind of came to us at that moment. Hardware-wise, they kind of peaked. Of course they can remove the notch and they can bring USB-C, but I think hardware-wise, Apple has never made a better phone than this. Even the 14 Pro is better, but it kind of stemmed from the 13 Pro. Now, the biggest thing and one of the main reasons why I think this is probably one of the best iPhones is because of promotion. Because of the 120Hz display, it has pretty much future-proofed this phone for the next several years. I don't know when all iPhones are going to get 120Hz, but even phones that came out in 2020, like the Galaxy S20, that debuted with 120Hz displays, still feel very smooth almost 3 years later. So with the 13 Pro and about 2 years almost into its lifespan, this phone is going to be lasting for a way longer period of time. And the hardware just feels so amazing. We expect this phone to perform well on the performance side and the software side and everything, but especially when it comes down to the actual hardware of this device, it actually is pretty insane. On top of that, from coming from my iPhone 12 Pro to my 13 Pro, Apple ended up fixing a lot of battery health issues I had with my device as well, at least a lot of people were complaining about. So that was another big thing that happened. On top of that, Apple also, the hardware-wise, made this phone feel so premium. I was surprised when I went from the 12 Pro to the 13 Pro. It's crazy how much heavier and just how much more premium and expensive feeling the iPhone 13 Pro feels over the iPhone 12 Pro. So that's kind of another major thing that kind of happened there too. And again, it's just one of those things you would never even imagine. And on top of that, like I said, the performance is still going to be great. The software is going to be great. But this is still the phone I'm currently using. I do own an iPhone 14 Pro, and I still haven't switched to that yet. And I think that has mostly to do with the eSIM activation and all that. I still want to have the ability of using a SIM card, that way I can quickly swap between phones. But I still think the 13 Pro is an amazing phone, and I do think it's probably the best iPhone Apple's ever made. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would be so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.